Just give you a few words now about some of the beads that are available to buy out there. I mean, obviously there's many and various beads from all around the world. So I'm just going to show you a few of the sort of basic ones available. Glass beads are always very popular, obviously a very old tradition and come from different parts of the world. The ones I've got here, these small ones, are from the Czech Republic, an area called Bohemia, kind of the northern part of the country, which kind of actually crosses borders, but it's got a long tradition of glass making. And these beads are all machine made, so they all come out very, very regular in size and colour. The holes in them are relatively small, so you'd need to use things like the plastic coated wire or the elasticity with them rather than things like leather and cord. Next, I've got some here that are from India. I mean, these are made very differently. These are all handmade, often on what they call lamp bead making, which is done on a kind of Bunsen burner type flame. And because they're handmade, obviously they do vary every time. The colours may vary slightly, but certainly the sizes vary. And the decoration on it, because it's all, again, done by hand, will vary from bead to bead. This pile here are from China. Again, these are very regular in sizes and colours and consistencies. They do a huge range of beads, often sort of being inspired by some of the Italian beads and things like that. The last sort of range of glass are the rock eyes or seed beads, which come in, again, different shapes and sizes. You get delicas and bugles and various different things. The ones I've got here are Japanese made, which are the best quality. You can get them from the Czech Republic, which are reasonably good, and even Indian ones. But again, the consistency and the size isn't so good. So when you're doing beadwork, stitching it, you want the better quality so that the size is very consistent for the finished piece. I've got some pearls here. These are glass as well, but obviously with a pearly coating. These are very popular at the moment. Really kind of vibrant colours available in those. This little pile here are all kind of bone or horn. Again, they're all handmade. These ones all come from India. You can get them from other places. So again, they're all slightly different in terms of the decoration and the finish. Because they're hand done. They're dyed in various ways. I mean, tea dyed, coffee dyed, kind of batik finishes. So all that kind of more ethnic type look. A few other ones we've got over here. I've got some wooden ones here. Again, many vibrant colours, either kind of varnished or matte. Some of these unvarnished and uncoloured ones are quite useful, particularly with children. They can paint them, even felt pens. We've been known to dye them in the past, even just in a bucket of kind of cold water Dylon kind of dye, if you want a whole batch the same colour. So that's the wood. I've got a few different plastic ones here, mostly coming out of the Far East, although some do come from America. You can get kind of rubbery, spiky ones. So there's all sorts of things out there. Popular ones for a long time have been these, what we call the pony beads, which have got the very large holes in them. Used for hair braiding, things like that. Called pony beads, originally, I've been told, they use them on the bridles. That's why they've got the large holes in. They'd actually put them on the leather of the bridle. But yeah, very good for hair beads. Different plastic ones. These are metallized plastic, so it's a plastic bead with a metal coating. Again, mostly coming from the Far East or from America. Very versatile, very light. So if you're making like a heavy glass necklace but you want some silver or gold sort of spacer beads, these are quite good because they're very light, so it doesn't add to the weight of them. Got some metal here. You get a lot of metal beads but also a lot of metal pendants. Some here with enamel and things on there. We've got some there with power shell that comes from New Zealand. So all sorts of things can be done with the metal beads and pendants. And the last one I've got here to show you is just some ceramic ones. Again, they come from various places around the world, various finishes. These have got quite a nice metallic kind of finish to them. But yeah, they're just ceramic, so again, tend to be handmade, so they all vary a little bit in size. So that just gives you a little bit of a rundown of some of the basic beads there are out there. As I say, you can, get beads from everywhere, in every finish and every colour and every size. The thing to be aware of when making them into jewellery is the hole size. That's kind of the important bit when it comes to threads. So obviously the larger the hole, the larger the thread you can use. But we'll look at that in more detail when we actually make some necklaces up.